So in the beginning was the Word. Like, what is that actually saying, man? That's a verse from the book of John in the Bible. In the beginning was the Word. How powerful is the Word? I was watching a video from Reverend Ike today. And if you're not familiar with Reverend Ike, man, check him out, man. He was a reverend preacher back in, rose to prominence in like the late 70s. But he taught the science of mind, and he related scripture to metaphysics and controlling your mind, and how the word of the Bible is nothing more than a story of the human consciousness and how to elevate yourself in consciousness. So in this video, he was saying that the word is powerful. Words are powerful. Every word that you speak has a certain frequency. So certain words can move people. You know, I guess that's why they say conversation rules a nation, right? Certain words can move you. Modern science says that words, just speaking a word, can rearrange atoms in your body. So if words are that powerful, man, we have to be very careful with the words that we speak. The words that we speak to ourselves. The words that we put out into the ether. The words that we speak out loud. The words that we speak to others. And he said that the word is so powerful that in the book of John, which I am not a master teacher of the word, of the Bible, but he is. And he stated that John was a great metaphysician, something I didn't know. But what is a metaphysician? That's somebody who's a physician of the metaphysical. The metaphysical being, you know, I guess the metaphysical would be, I don't know, let's see, what is metaphysics, man? What is metaphysics? Metaphysics is so in simple terms, metaphysics is exploring concepts like existence, time, space, causation, the relationship between mind and matter. Pretty much like understanding why everything exists, like what is, right? The philosophy that things that are things of the unseen, words, thoughts, things that aren't physical things, like this chair right here, right? That's a physical thing. A word is not necessarily a physical thing, but it's something that can change the physical, right? So that would be like what metaphysics is. So John was a great metaphysician, right? So in the first chapter, first verse in the book of John, John says, in the beginning is the word. Before anything else, before everything else, before all the manifestation of reality, before everything was the word. I'm gonna have to change this up, man. I don't have my stand and my arm is getting tired. In the beginning was the word, right? And the word was with God, and the word was God. That's the verse, right? But if in the beginning was the word, just how powerful is the word? How powerful is the words that you speak? How powerful is the words that you speak to yourself inside your own mind? What do you tell yourself? What do you tell yourself about yourself? And then that leads me, right as I read this earlier, I'm reading this book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. As I listened to that earlier, I get across this chapter where he talks about building wealth and using your subconscious mind to build wealth. So in the process of building wealth. He says that if you're going through a time in your life and you need wealth and success, repeat to yourself for about 5 minutes a day, 3 to 4 times a day, wealth and success. Okay? Joseph Murphy says these words have tremendous power. Tremendous, not regular power, not a little power, you know what I'm saying? Tremendous power. They represent the inner power of the subconscious mind. Okay? And he says that you are not saying, I am wealthy, I am successful, because those things, if you are not really wealthy and not really successful in the reality, the conscious mind is not going to accept these things. This is why people do the affirmations, the I am affirmations, and they don't work for them, because they're saying I am something that they feel deep inside that they are not. So if you're saying I am wealthy and you look around and nothing in your life confirms that, you most likely, if you even have to say those affirmations, you don't believe them yourself. And without that inner deep belief with inside yourself, it's not going to be accepted by your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is not going to accept it enough where it can be impressed upon the subconscious mind. Therefore, ain't nothing going to change for you. The people do the I am affirmations that are blue in the face, but ain't nothing going to change because it's not being accepted. It's not being impressed. Your conscious mind is like the bodyguard for your subconscious mind. And it's going to stop and eliminate things that it doesn't believe is true. And those things that it doesn't believe is true is not going to be able to be impressed upon your subconscious mind, which is where you want to get it to be, because the subconscious is going to control and dictate the actions that you take. It's going to control the energy and the frequency that you take actions in, which is how things get attracted to you, which is how the outer world starts to change, right? So Joseph Murphy says things like, don't say the I am, say wealth and success. Those things right there are ideas, and they don't create conflict inside your mind, which is more able to be accepted by your subconscious mind, right? But it's the words. The words have tremendous power. And I mean, that's pretty much, he goes in the book, he goes more into detail about the word and the words that you use, right? But learning metaphysics, learning how the mind works, I mean, words are everything, man. Words are powerful. They've done experiments where they've spoken words to glasses of water, and it's actually changed the molecular structure of the water. That's just how powerful that the words that you speak are and can be. But John in the Bible tells you that as well. In the beginning was the Word. So that means that everything was created by the Word. By the Word. And as I speak this, the sun is just shining on me. It started. I don't know where the hell it came from. But it's shady everywhere else, but right here where I'm at. In the beginning was the Word, man. So that means that it is imperative that you control your words. You control what you speak. You control what you put out into the world. You not only control, but analyze before you speak these words. What frequency am I saying? What is the frequency of the word, right? The words are so powerful that you could tell yourself that I am sad, right? And that something changes inside of your body, that your body responds and you'll actually start feeling that way. Or you could say, I am happy, right? Certain things in your body will change, and now you start thinking about maybe something that happened to you that made you happy. That's how powerful words are. So being that words are that powerful, watch what you say. Watch what you say to yourself inside of your mind. You're constantly thinking and saying words to yourself inside of your mind, make sure you're saying the right words. This is Rob, man. Holla at y'all on the next one.